Hello, legal-minded friends. Let's get started. Do you notice anything about this view on the screen? I took a screenshot of Dr. Judson Welcher. He is the Vice President of Apparture LLC, who is the Commonwealth of Massachuetts accident reconstructionist and biomechanical engineer. He is their new and improved expert witness in the retrial of Karen Read. He is the replacement of Trooper Paul in the first trial, and if you remember that, you'll know why. That trial ended in a mistrial. You tell me if you don't think by the end of this video what he did was an all-new low in representing the truth. Let's watch a clip and then we'll talk.
This is me. I'm actually 6 feet, half an inch tall. What you see in the upper right is the coroner's examination report for Mr. O'Keefe. He's 73 inches tall. That's 6 feet, 1 inch tall. At this time, I was 220 pounds. Mr. O'Keefe, at the time of this incident, was 216 pounds. So I took measurements of myself. I'm actually wearing the same make and size shoes as Mr. O'Keefe, the same brand of jeans as Mr. O'Keefe, the same brand and size shirt of Mr. O'Keefe. You see the Lexus in the background. We have matched the height to the Lexus. What I'm showing here is both my height, and then keep in mind where the height of this wing is relative to my right eye. So now I'm wearing, in addition, the same shirt and shoes, same type of sweatshirt, and actually the same kind of baseball hat. We tried to determine the exact glass from the waterfall grill. Found out they were getting different ones at different times, but I ordered my glass from the same distributor that Waterfall Grill ordered their glasses from. So you can see in my right hand here, I have a glass. Here's a glass. It looks similar. It's from the same location. And then in the lower right photograph, what I've done is I've rolled up my sleeve, taken the sweatshirt off, and I'm going to look at how this contact pattern lines up.
Did you catch it? Let's watch a few reactions of those who did notice.
Dressing up in John O'Keefe's clothes. Huh? What are you doing?
Yeah, that was really odd, Ed. Yesterday we saw him get dressed in John O'Keefe's clothing, right down to the black Nike sneakers.
Yeah, he went out and bought all the clothing to match Officer John O'Keefe's clothing that he wore that night, which was freaky cosplay.
Oh, we'll hear more from Duty Ron and Ed Wallace in just a second, but I love the response Jimmy from Auntie Deb had, as that was my reaction. Oh, what are you doing? I will explain what I think is going on in a bit. Next, let's hear from Court TV, a correspondent from them, what they had to say. Then I will play Ed Wallace's concerns.
But it's only one question that you have to answer if you're on that jury. Was there any contact with the victim, Officer John O'Keefe, and Karen Read's SUV? So this witness, by far, has to be the most important for this jury up till this point. It's the crash reconstructionist, Dr. Judson Welcher, who we didn't see in trial number 1. Trial number 2, he's part of Apparture that was paid $325,000, not himself, but the company, to do this testing. They bought that SUV for $75,000. They bought the identical clothing and shoes. Yesterday, he walked the jury through his scientific method, as he puts it, and his testing of the SUV, which you just saw right there.
But he didn't look at those damage on that shirt properly to assess that there were circular entrance and elliptical, elongated exits. The entrances went in, pushing the fibers in. The elongated elliptical exits pulled the fibers out as it exited. There is nothing on that taillight that was remaining that could have caused that to occur, and the injuries to his arms, which he tried to do. Then he has the balls to insult the medical examiners in this case.
So Ed Wallace, who is an expert forensic scientist, we had the honor of interviewing, so check that out. In the clip we just heard, Ed Wallace was referring to the victim John O'Keefe's hoodie and the holes that had penetrated through, causing the injuries on his arm. which I cover in this video you can see on the screen. In my view, Ed Wallace is saying that the taillight on the defendant Karen Reid's SUV could not have caused those holes in the hoodie. So what was the point of the Commonwealth's expert witness buying the same clothes, hat, shoes as the victim John O'Keefe was wearing? Why would he do this? From an engineering perspective, it adds no value, as he did not perform any test experiments backing up at a high speed of rate into a test crash dummy. What could be another reason for wearing clothes just like the victim John O'Keefe? And in this video you can see on the screen that I did, you can see the victim John O'Keefe standing with Karen Reid, the defendant. And this is a visual that the jury did see. Dr. Welcher looks just like the victim, wouldn't you say? What if I told you using images to influence involves guiding people to visualize scenarios, often future ones, that can evoke emotions and motivate them towards desired outcomes? And this technique is often referred to as co-imagination. It can build relationships, increase empathy, and even shape perceptions. When you are able to paint a vivid mental picture, it can influence attitudes and behaviors, both in positive and negative ways. So is that what Dr. Welcher was trying to do? To influence? Many thought this was insensitive to dress up like the victim. And from a juror's perspective, this could influence them to think, oh, if they see it happening, they can imagine it in their mind. Personally, I thought it was unprofessional. If you were trying to find the truth, why would you recreate the exact image of the victim down to the exact same clothing, if not to create an image in the juror's mind so that they could have a vivid picture in their mind? And what's worse is his fabricated image just didn't match up. As Dr. Welcher said several times, he did not know how the victim, John O'Keefe, was hit by Karen Reid's SUV. But according to him, and this was on day 22, the defense pointed this out, that his visual reconstruction did not use crash test dummies with the exact measurements of the victim. So this would have made a huge difference, as we mentioned just a minute ago. Dr. Welcher may have been of similar height and weight, but as you all know, you can be the same height as someone else, but your arms will be a little bit longer, or your legs a little bit longer. I mean, it just screams incompetence as far as I'm concerned. And get this, he did not even account for the height difference in the yard, and I'll talk about that in just a second. So the victim, John O'Keefe, was found on the yard in front of 34 Fairview Road, while Karen's SUV was on the road, meaning the property at Fairview was above the curb at least 4 inches, and Dr. Welcher did not do any test experiments for this scenario. I'm just mentioning a few things. Can you think of anything else? So why do you think he purchased the exact same clothing? To assist in a scientific reconstruction? Or to influence the jury with a visual image that could be in their subconscious as something that could have happened? So I'd really like to know your opinion on what you think the reason was for him buying the same clothes and looking just like the victim. There is an article in Science Direct titled, "If I Can Imagine It, Then It Can Happen: The Implicit Truth Value of Imagery Representations." Because when I was watching the different chats on the different channels, I noticed several comments. Why would the expert do this? And this is the only reason I can think of. Let me know your thoughts. In my opinion, this is a new low for the prosecutor. They should be seeking truth. If Dr. Welcher's theory was correct, why dress up exactly the same as the victim, if not to add an additional layer of influence? By leaving a comment, you may help someone else that will read your comment. And of course, I love to read all comments as they are valued, and together we can be more informed. And this information may help you or someone you know. In the meantime, on this channel, you'll find a variety of playlists to suit every curiosity about the justice system. And we provide you with a visual to information and the process. Going through a legal worry is devastating, and the Who Knew and Why Me playlists are designed to help you or someone you know. So please like this video if you like this kind of content. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified when I'm going live or upload another video. I'm Karen Cole from Legal Minded Friends. Information is power, meaning if you know something, you can make decisions that are right for you.